Easy Explain, The Souls of Black Folk by W.E.B. DuBois, The Song of Faith. So this is not a chapter title from the book, but I think it just does a really good job to play into his theme of how each chapter starts with the lyrics of some song, and how we're really going to be looking forward. That's with a lot of faith, with a lot of hope, as we kind of revisit some concepts and wrap things up here. So to start, let's actually revisit one of Du Bois's very big concepts, very prevalent concepts throughout the work of double consciousness. So here Du Bois says that the worlds within and without, the veil of color are changing, and changing rapidly, but not the same rate, not in the same way. And this must produce a peculiar wrenching of the soul, a peculiar sense of doubt and bewilderment. Such a double life with double thoughts, double duties, and double social classes must give rise to double words and double ideals, and tempt the mind to pretense or to revolt, to hypocrisy or to radicalism. So here when he's revisiting this, he's considered so many things throughout this work. He's phrased it in quite a few different ways. We're really seeing some of the consequences now, right? He's really putting it all out there for us and being like, this is what the results of double consciousness are. As I have in previous videos, we have to keep in mind that this work is from 1903. Some of the language is a little outdated. I won't be reading all of them, such as this quote, still trying to preserve the accuracy and integrity of Du Bois's words, though. So I'll just leave this one up on this screen for a second if you'd like to read it. But again, he's doubling down on the consequences of double consciousness. Another good one here to wrap things up. And then he starts to end on a theme that, we've gone through Nietzsche here in Easy Explain. I'd like to revisit that for a second, just bring up a quote from On the Genealogy of Morals by Nietzsche from 1886 in his preface. In section 1 of the book, Nietzsche opens with how much we know nowadays, but how little we know about ourselves. And, here we are almost 20 years later with Du Bois. He's ending this work with a quote that goes, "And herein lies the tragedy of our age. Not that men are poor, all men know something of poverty. Not that men are wicked, who is good. Not that men are ignorant, what is truth. Nay, but that men know so little of men." So there it is, right? There's a very Nietzschean sentiment going on 20 years later. Du Bois is considering a little bit more than Nietzsche does, right? Nietzsche's was very short, very simplified, but it definitely rang that bell for me. I thought right back to Nietzsche here. I'd like to end with a very powerful quote by Du Bois, and this is where I think the big theme of having a song of faith comes from. Is I think this is a great place to end things and looking ahead, being optimistic, being hopeful. Is that Du Bois says that sometime, somewhere, men will judge men by their souls and not by their skins. That is our song of faith here. That about wraps up our overview, our focusing on some big concepts, the big elements from The Souls of Black Folk. I hope this helps.